Welcome back. The music fades out and our melodious voices come in. We are ready for game number 1. Team Spirit versus Elephant.
Yes.
Action-packed. That was all. I was going to leave it off for you to just like fill in that void.
Kind of staring into the void. Speaking of which.
The void?
The void of the camera,
Wow. You're not supposed to say it's a camera. We're directly
So-
interfacing with the people.
Hello, Ted. Do you think Ted's watching?
Probably not.
Hello, Ken.
No. There's no way. They're
Is this
not.
how it works?
No.
Just random names?
You could also just say like Jacob, right, for instance, and then the one person that's a Jacob. There might be more than one.
Just one. Only one person named Jacob likes Dota,
Yeah.
and then he went to do other things in esport. But
That's
he still
right.
plays Bloodseeker sometimes. Anyway.
Speaking of which, we have a Bloodseeker in the
Yes.
draft. Actually, we
We
don't.
do?
But we do have a draft, so we can go on into the draft now.
Why would you
indeed.
just lie like that? So?
Well, it's fun.
Lying's fun.
That's not what I meant. don't take me out of context.
All right. We'll just say that was a mafia thing, and we'll let it go.
Absolutely. Wouldn't mind playing some more of that, but right now we're going to be playing some more Watchin' Dota 2 game, where Team Spirit are facing off against Elephant as we continue our way through this group stage. Right now, Elephant sitting at 3-3. They've gone 1-1-1. And for Team Spirit, 0-0-2. They've had a little bit of a rougher go of it, so trying to get their feet under them, the younger team. To be fair, they faced off against LGD in secret so far, so a little bit of a tough couple of matchups. Elephant, on the other hand, have gone against Beast Coast, they've gone against Fnatic, and they've gone against Vici.
That was this morning.
Yeah.
And that didn't go well.
No, they got rocked a little bit. They got punched in the mouth.
2-0, eh?
So, who knows what could happen here. I think this is a super, like, what's the word for this? Like, in terms of the styles and the like energy and the feel of these teams, Elephant is like, the bitter old men of Dota that didn't make it and want to finally prove that they can do it. And they've built this roster together to try and just win TI, and anything short of winning TI is going to be a disappointment and a failure for them. That's how I think they feel about it.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair.
And then on the other side, you've got this young gun Team Spirit that's like, we're just happy to be here. Happy-go-lucky. They're a young team, and they all, that they're so new that they're not even like, gonna, I think, have as much of the pressure on them in the same way that Elephant would.
Yeah, it goes both ways. In one sense, maybe they don't have the pressure of, failure, and, obviously they want to win and stuff, but it's a little bit more, intense, I would say, for Elephant if they were to lose out early and do poorly in the group stage and stuff. But they also don't have any of the experience of, like, the mega high-pressure situations. Of course, we wound up without the crowd here, which was going to be one concern for them, I guess, because they hadn't had a LAN without a crowd yet, right?
Of course.
So this is, I guess, kind of something they are at least a little bit used to, is this sort of staying in the room but playing these intense group stages together like some of the other majors that we've had lately, and then eventually we'll move to the booths with no crowd. So maybe Team Spirit have just been onto this all along, and they'll just feel right at home.
Maybe they'll do the anime run-in again.
I hope so.
That was great.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, personally, I just think Maposhka is a very cool person, and like always has such a great attitude outside of the game, and I think that he tries to carry that over to the rest of his teammates and just sort of be a impressive leader. He finished, I think, top 8 at TI, maybe top 6 with that Empire roster. Was playing with Resolution, and then obviously there was a bit of a falling out that existed within the team. They all went their separate ways, and Maposhka has opted to just rebuild this roster together around a bunch of talented young players. One of the youngest, I think the youngest.
It is the youngest. There might be one younger.
Yeah.
But I don't remember who it is.
One of the youngest.
One of the youngest teams here.
Yeah. There's something scratching in the back
Yeah,
of my
I know.
brain.
It's back there somewhere. Though, top 5 tag, Toronto, Tokyo.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's pretty sick. So they got that going for them as well. But we have not had a chance yet to cast either of these teams, I don't think, right? We haven't covered any of them. So I've been looking forward to Elephant personally. Of course, at the start of the year when they were first announced, it was like, oh, whoa, okay,
Yeah.
And had a few changes since there, obviously. in terms of the position 5 and bring in Big S Super. So
right.
as we like to call him, don't be confused with that little S Super.
It's an exclamation mark now too.
Yeah, there you go.
That's great. That's how you know it's Big S.
Yeah. Big S Super. Back in the day, there were 2 supers in Chinese Dota. One of them, they're both still around, but one of them's now a coach. Right. And now Little S Super, who's the coach now, was a support player. Big S Super here. This guy was one of the more infamous Chinese players. I would even put him in the same category in terms of like ROTK in terms of, and like even like burning stuff, in the fact that he was someone that was actively talked about a lot on English broadcast, which is not a large category for Chinese players because number one, they had like some shifting around on teams and stuff, so it's harder for us to keep track of some of that stuff and to actually grow and learn the players from like an outsider's perspective. But he just had a lot of personality and stuff that came across on the camera, but also through his play, because he just played the same heroes over and over. He played one style, and he was damn good at it. He just played Viper or Dragon Knight, or sometimes Death Prophet.
And
the
Razor.
Guy, Razor, yeah. He just hit towers, sat mid, hit your tower some more, and you came to his lane, he just killed you.
You know, an interesting story with regards to that, too. There was the Perfect World Minor that happened a couple of years ago when Kyle was still playing on Complexity and he was still around. And I remember him just sitting in front of it, like in a hotel room the night before his games. He's just like, do I do it? Do I not do it? I was like, what's going on, Kyle? What's going on? He's like, do I just ban out Razor, Death Prophet, and Dragon Knight? He was trying to figure out. He just bans all of Super's hero. He didn't. Picked, I think, Razor potentially, and then he lost to it, knocked out the tournament. That's what ended up happening. So,
that sounds about right.
Yeah. We'll see if, there's a little bit more expanded. This time around, going to be playing the ET.
Now he's a support.
Yeah. Doesn't have to work. It's Kyle's time.
Yeah. Feels like a strange change, the mid to the support. I feel like it's less natural than a lot of the other ones. But, in more of our Western scene, Fada's done that very well. So the issue was, of course, that he's the most recent addition. Right. Which is why we're discussing him, because this is, Elephant, they had to make a change so they could qualify, because they really struggled during the DPC. They picked up that last slot. Team Spirit, on the other hand, performed exceedingly well and above expectation through a lot of that DPC. But, so have to make their way here to TI, and here they are.
That's right. Here they are indeed. And as we mentioned, again, just thinking about what sort of success means for each of these rosters. Obviously, it's going to be on an individual level, but Team Spirit have looked so impressive, but have always sort of been coming in like with a taste for wanting more. It's like an appetizer. That's what I feel like we see from Team Spirit, where you can see the pathway to greatness, and then it's just they're not quite there. And then on the other end, it's Elephant that have been the really disappointing season for them, but now they're finally at TI, and if they can make it happen here, all will be forgiven.
It's actually crazy that T-Spirit were one game away from not getting here.
Yeah.
Their best of 5 versus Empire, and Elephant, same thing. They were 2 games away. Now, eHome took 1 game in their best of 5 in the end of the Chinese qualifiers. And now you're here, and like these are 2 like pretty, favored teams. Like I've seen them in many people's top 8s. I would not say it's unrealistic to have these teams up there. Yet they're qualifier teams that were also like not even shoo-ins. I would say Spirit felt like a shoo-in in the region until Empire looked absolutely terrifying all of a sudden.
Yeah, they looked really good.
But here to play and here to take a bit of a slower draft time, which is beneficial for us as we talk all about these teams that we haven't had a chance to see yet personally. So this has been great. Thanks, guys. Right now, actual heroes. We have the Io and the Bane combo. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know, but Io and Tiny, for many a year, was one of the most picked duos in all of Dota. But throughout all of that, there was also the Io CKs, the Io Gyros. And do you know who was actually the most commonly picked pairing with Io? Do you know who it is, Lyrical?
Can I take a guess?
There's a very obvious hint on our screen. Who was it?
Was it Bane?
It was Bane. And people say,
why? Why,
well,
Trent? Why?
It was a very good support duo forever, because the concept is that the Bane can essentially solo smoke, run around, plant some wards maybe, and you run into anybody, maybe run into 2 heroes. You can Nightmare one, Fiend's Grip the other. Potentially, you just Nightmare one hero. You run to. This is what you do. You run to one hero. You Nightmare them and run to the closest pillar. You throw a ward on top of it.
Nice.
That is what you do, and you relocate in with your IO +1 to kill that lone hero. And if anyone else comes from the enemy team, the Bane's job is to Fiend's Grip them. That's all it is. It's super simple.
It's incredibly effective.
Basic
too.
Dota.
You find a pick off at the start of the fight, and everything works easier from there. Now on the other side, we're seeing this Lycan. We've seen it a couple of different times paired together with the Tiny, but also can be put together with a ton of other heroes and just be a menace on his own. And the other thing is that he picks this after, or rather in the first phase of this one, to be the answer for that Bane. Just run at the
Yeah.
Bane, all the summons, it's really annoying. Now, the other unique thing about Team Spirit that we've seen more than a few times, Collapse. Their offlaner.
Oh, man.
Lizard was talking about this on the panel before. This guy is a Mars player and also is like the real carry sometimes for this Team Spirit roster. Just looks so strong.
He is probably my favorite Mars player in terms of like favorite in the sense that like I think he plays it the best.
Yeah, what about Whisper with the Meteor Hammer though?
No, don't please. All right, that was a pub thing. Thankfully.
Dude, that was sick. I wanted to come back. Come on, Whisper, give me the Meteor Hammer. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. No, yeah, he just looks good, and like people were banning it a lot versus him because it just seems so strong. So, definitely a comfort hero. 100%. Also functions pretty similarly, I would say, to the Bane in terms of like helping for setups for relocates. Even more so with the arena. Almost gives you like a big helipad to land your relocate in and feel kind of safe about it. It's also a big deterrent for picking a ranged hero right now for Elephant to combo with this Lycan Bite. You know, you think about like the Terrorblade or something.
Yeah.
Don't really want to do that versus Mars. The Luna, you know, all juiced up. No thanks.
Right.
Seems kind of bad. The Clinks even? No.
No, I mean, although the barrage does go through it, I believe. So, I think the one thing that I'm kind of curious about is like you're talking about the Terrorblade. If they wanted to go for that on Team Spirit, even because the Bloodseeker feels a little bit weird. Like maybe it is a Yatoro hero, but to me at least, like having a Bloodseeker position 1 at this phase, it's probably what they're gonna need to do. But I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm just kind of a hater. The Shard makes the Bloodseeker a lot better. As far as like a late game carry potential, but like you pick something like this, right? Now what the hell do you do as a Bloodseeker? The Morphline's terrifying.
They feel like a little bit of a hodgepodge of heroes on Team Spirit. I would agree.
Yeah.
They're lacking in a few departments. They've got some pretty good team fight with Mars, but you know that's where it ends. The pick off is the Bane with like the solo stuns and stuff, but yeah, you know, not a lot of tower damage, not a lot of great roshing. They're missing that big keystone hero, and that has to be the next pick here. So I imagine 2 like rather large hero bans incoming here from Elephant.
Well, the Eurus Paparazzi, whatever you want to call him, Morphling, is a classic. This was what he originally rose to prominence on, and obviously we're still waiting for a Somnusem, maybe hero for Elephant, and they're going to have that last pick, so do have the potential to go for the counter pick play if they feel so inclined. What do you think about a Toronto Tokyo Mars?
Yeah, I don't know. It's always possible. I'm trying to think if they want like some big hero or if they actually just go for the Bloodseeker one. I'm thinking like, do they go crazy and go like AM? That's where my head's at right now.
Yeah, I could see that. And then do a Toronto Tokyo Mars offlane Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like. Well, I don't know about.
Could be a
AM.
mid. Yeah. Well,
I don't know about AM, but
with 1 pick left,
yeah.
You don't want YOLO?
I don't know, because then you get a counter pick next, right?
It'd be a really weird IO pairing. That is for sure. So let's not do that. Let's just assume it's IO Bloodseeker.
Oh,
relatively
Sven would
safe.
have been nice. I like the Sven ban from Elephant too.
Oh yeah, they were on that real early.
Yeah.
It's like no, thank you.
Yeah, I don't. I actually, I would like this more as a Toronto Tokyo Mars, but
Yeah, but collapse.
I know it's collapse and all that fun stuff, but I think it's just because I'm a Bloodseeker hater, and particularly with IO, it feels weird.
5
Like,
seconds
you-
remaining.
I mean, I guess that you still have Fiend's Grip out of like relocate, but I don't know, it just feels a little sketch. Not wonderful.
I actually have no idea what Team Spirit
Spirit's
want. Are they doing
turn
like
to
a 3 IO 4 Bloodseeker mid Mars and a 1 here? Like where are we going? Because like the mids are just they're dropping here. I mean they're banning out good mid heroes. Elephant are banning out good mid heroes.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking the Mars for it, but it's weird.
10
I mean,
seconds.
they
then
banned
they're
out
still,
4
like,
maybe heroes.
They get like Vipered or something.
Yeah, or
5
SF.
seconds remaining.
That feels pretty sad.
Ooh, SF. SF for either.
Elephant.
Just wants an
turn to
SF,
pick.
huh?
Storm
All right, well that'll do. The Spirit that's still remaining. It feels like maybe they didn't have much of a choice, but the benefit here is that like you can't really pick the Void Spirit because the poll's gonna be pretty bad versus like the Lycan and all these units and everything. It's not really reliable either. Storm, at least you get the target you want.
10 seconds remaining.
But they seem to have been ready, and now on the other side, the Void Spirit looks pretty good. All right, there's no summons.
Yeah.
No units get in the way. Has great movement options to not get stuck in arenas and blood rights.
Well, it's a big hero.
The Ags look so good on Void Spirit, doesn't it?
Yeah, that looks very strong. I think that this is going to be a really interesting matchup if Toronto Tokyo can get off to a hot start. But the big question is, like, how does this Bloodseeker really fare against, like, Morphling in the late game? You know, I've heard people talk about Bloodseeker and say that this hero can really scale and become just a monster in the late game. I still think that I've
10
just got like some
seconds
inherent
remaining.
bias within me that's like I don't believe that could be as good as
5
people are saying it is, but maybe it can.
It comes down to the right setup plays, and they have the
Yeah.
setups in a game like this. They have Tether, and they also have a Storm Spirit and a Mars, right? So there's
Okay.
like a lot of good jump, and if they do their job, Bloodseeker can be the mop and bucket. You know, you're going to show up, you're going to provide enough damage to get the kills, and the follow-up chain silences too, to try and keep things moving in your direction. But Elephant, their lineup looks really good. You got 4 Weaver, one of the best 4s right now. 5 ET, maybe the best 5 right now, I would say. We have Lycan and Morphling, who have both looked pretty strong this tournament in their respective roles. And then there's Void Spirit, who I don't even remember. I think I've seen like 1 or 2 so far.
I think he looked pretty good. Maybe I'm crazy though. So I'm down with it. The other thing that I'm sort of seeing is it feels like Toronto Tokyo needs to be the one that starts the fights a lot of the time. And to be honest, there isn't that much from Elephant that really stops that from happening, right? Like, what's the sort of hard lockdown? They've got a Weaver Elder Titan support combo, and then they've got Yang, so their offlane has no disable. It's like, it's all Void Spirit, you know? Like, if he gets a BKB, Toronto Tokyo has a completely free game.
That's true.
Like, it's less about the Bloodseeker to me and more that this looks like an amazing Storm game.
Storm is true carry. Yes. That's definitely the way I think about it. Wow, I'm just taking a look and like who's the most winningest heroes right now. Tied after 15 games is still winning 2 out of every 3 games.
What?
That's pretty impressive.
hell?
That's a lot of wins.
That's crazy.
It's actually the most picked hero, and that's a crazy high win rate to be the most picked hero. Is that real?
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
All right, pick Tide, guys.
Yeah.
Turns out that's the play here, but not going to be in this one as we move into our match. Now, I wouldn't be doing predictions at a moment like this, but do you think a tower will be killed before 10 minutes?
Yeah, I think that it might. There's a chance
Think?
it could happen. Yeah, there's a possibility.
And you don't think that, like, you know, maybe Spirit will get the most Roche kills, or do you think, like, Elephant would? Not that I'm doing predictions.
I would say probably an Elephant one knocking down all
okay.
those Roches.
All
That seems
right.
reasonable to me. They're laughing.
Honestly, I
They
do.
think you're a funny fella.
I do, too.
They're throwing out some purge
30
voice lines there
seconds
as
to
well.
battle.
But game number 1 now. Elephant versus Team Spirit. Again, thinking about just sort of what this match ends up meaning for these two teams. You want to be able to get at least one of them. Ooh, wait a minute.
Just fast D ward there.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Do they have another one hanging around anywhere?
There's a chance. Looking for a take of the rune. Koshka, super, all in the area. And it's going to be a quick 3 runes for Spirit. Not bad.
Oh, I see. They've gone with the other Die Observers way down at the bottom, doing that same play that Sox was making in a previous match here from OG, where he was just sniping couriers non-stop here, right down where Mira's running through here. So I have to keep an eye on that because, you know, personally, I love playing position for Mirana because you can just take couriers down so easily, and Weaver feels exactly the same.
Well,
Oh, this is so good versus Io, too. So this is the matchup they want, I believe. I think they
Tell me
want
about
the
it.
Mars into the Lycan.
Okay.
Because that seems pretty good to me. But I don't think you want the Io versus this Weaver, because the Io is so dependent on bringing out the regen constantly on the couriers. And if you're not paying attention, it's just going to die all the time from the Weaver.
even if you are paying attention, it might die.
That is true, actually. All right, well, we'll see if it happens right here. That courier's running through. Is FY going for it? Wow, I'm like a prophet, dude. Can you believe it? Look at he sent it back.
Yeah, they know.
His
They know.
brain's too big. Let's go, Mira.
They're super ready. Again, I think it's important to keep in mind like what this sort of series means, particularly for Team Spirit. Right now, they're sitting bottom of the groups. SG was able to take a game off of Fnatic, as they're going to get the silence
I think,
now.
a series.
Yeah, they were able to take the full series off of them as the bunch of trading hits happens up on the top side. So Team Spirit need to get wins, and if they don't manage to take a game off, like you could suddenly drop Elephant down to out of the upper bracket potentially, and it's still possible for Spirit to get upper bracket. It's like so early in the groups that anything can really happen.
Oh, and look, FY, he goes after
He's
those
there.
couriers. There's the Blightstone gone. And you know, Mira was paying attention, knew it was happening, but can't micro your allies' couriers for them.
But up top, able to find a chase down. Super. Gonna be taken down. Yutoro able to find it.
Well done. First blood on a Bloodseeker. Now that is true role playing right there. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like he would be up for that every single time. And oh man, Mira. Oh,
Dude,
no,
another one.
no.
He got his regen off of it,
And he
though.
wasted a sentry. He thought that's where the ward was.
Yeah. He didn't know.
And he even missed the sentry. Oh, that's actually the worst spot you can place that ward. That ward stinks. It doesn't cover anything on the small camp. Oh, that's so bad.
That's unfortunate.
And now you're not going to get another one. This lane's a disaster for Spirit right now.
Yeah, this is a big problem. They're gonna have to make up for it elsewhere. Now, the flip side to that, at the very least, is that you were able to get your headdress done on Mira, has another salve up, so there's at least going to be like a good chunk of regen going on here, but it's dangerous.
Oh,
FY,
nice spear.
This is the way
Into
you
the range.
salvage it. FY able to back away. All right, he gets out and pauses the game. Had some lag.
He's like, there must have been a lag. There's no way I get speared there. This can't happen.
It's like, wait, this guy's really good. This collapse fella.
It's like, look at his record. Guys, this guy's played a lot of Mars. You didn't tell me that. Why didn't we ban this? Clearly some sort of a tech issue. But the other lanes here, mid, looks fairly even. Couple CS. And, sorry, go. Thanks, FY.
Yeah, there it is. I think the other thing, too, is that it's like the little courier snipes, the ward not being available, it can kind of be made up a little bit if like they can get some good CS and sort of sustain throughout. And particularly with this like double wave coming in, it feels like Collapse is getting still a good chunk. 14 and 7 versus the 9 and 5 of Yang. It's like the pain is going to start coming when they run out of that regen, it feels like. Super? Uh-oh. Here on the top side, does Miposhka have enough? The brain set? Maybe looking for a bit more? I won't get it.
Let him walk away a little bit there. And FY showing some mercy here on that courier. Gonna let it go.
Chasing down Yang a little bit there? This guy's crazy. Already has the helm of the Iron Will.
Well, as much as I say it's a disaster and things are going bad in terms of the couriers, guess what? Last hit's still fine.
Yeah.
Sure, we don't need our pole camp. It's all right. We'll just balance the lane in other ways. It is going to be sitting near Yang's tower for a while unless they can mess around. So that is going to give some freedom for the rotation on the Weaver. But things looking good now. They actually wind up heading towards Toronto, Tokyo.
Good nightmare. Super moves in, now trying to trade hits. Miposhka looking for a walk away. Toronto, Tokyo still standing strong. But Miposhka is going to take a bit of a beating here, and Super very quick. Does Miposhka find a way out of here? Looks like it. This Collapse is taking the bug off of him and trying to squish away at that bug too on FY.
Yeah, FY, all those shenanigans, still just level 2. So that
Stomp.
doesn't have that next point there.
Taunt. Toronto, Tokyo lives. Fine, hanging on to that water rune too. Dude, all three lanes, they're doing it on Spirit. Now, they need to get those couriers out there. Okay, yes, they ran over with the IO to get the courier, but Eurus is going to take some more punches up top.
Yeah, he is so
He has
low, and this is a bad situation versus a Bloodseeker.
Now they are not giving him anything for free right now. Yang.
You also have the supports like trying to abuse this, right? Like Miposhka, knowing that things are going pretty well here in that top lane, gets a pretty nice ward. Gonna try and catch the storm. Catch some rotations for the storm, so he knows exactly where this Void Spirit's off to. Knows when he can try and push the wave a little bit, or as well as if some allies are coming towards that mid lane. But Down bottom, the Bugs are on the mirror here, but always has the break tether and escape.
Yeah.
And they don't have any way of stopping that.
Ooh.
It is a lot of damage, though.
That was a nice hit by the Lycan. He, like, positioned himself so that when the tether came through, he could still punch him.
Yeah.
That was nice.
But FY just constant chase down here, and
Gets another courier.
oh, that was actually
collapse.
FY actually lost his courier. Finally, some revenge there on this Weaver who's been sniping the little donkeys here.
Regen picked up for the Storm. Oh, the Nightmare into it now. Super. Oh, no, we got caught by the sleep there. But a secondary sleep, and now the taunt, the pullback.
Yeah, I'm really impressed.
Toronto we got another little shout out for Purge.
Yeah, that was Collapse shouting out to the Weaver. They finally got the kill.
Nicely
Sniped it
played.
with a sentry and a spear.
Oh, and Poshka gets the brain sap off. A 2,000 gold lead already, 3-0. Elephant don't know where to look. They're killing it across all the lanes.
Yeah, and they're able to get that kill, get the push in onto the wave in the bottom lane, and Mira gets the pull from their hard camp too. So just like really showing how unfazed they were by these incredibly frustrating and annoying things that this Weaver did. Like that's kind of stuff it can actually break your lane. Like losing your couriers like that and having no camp. Like sometimes it feels like the support just like gives up, like leaves to go somewhere else and try and relieve the pressure that way. Instead, they stuck with the lane, believed in the duo of the Io and the Mars, and committed to actually fighting for their lane. And they were very victorious here. Really well done.
So far, it is, been, I mean, speaking of supports leaving, poor Euros is just completely alone up on the top side. Yeah, not necessarily that much that they can do to help him at this point in the game. Collapse almost level 6. Yang is as well, though. And Mira just going to try and make sure that Collapse has a perfectly fine and dandy start to this. Where is the rest of Elephant? Like, I feel like what's happening?
Super's kind of running in circles, trying to find good wards and D wards. Has missed the obs up on the pillar, and because of that, like all his rotations are known right now. So the side of Team Spirit, they just see a ET quite literally wandering left and right. They're probably a little confused at this point, and well, they know he's not here.
And the silence off. He was able to get the strength form though. Very interesting.
I mean, he's still holding Rupture, and you forced this TP too, right? So.
Oh, and they were stacking up for all that was happening. But that vision, it was all counted by Team Spirit. So Storm right now going into the jungle to take these away. Just securing a bunch of those stacks. That has got to be so frustrating.
Yeah, they're going to be very disappointed when they rotate back up there. And they have just no idea what's happening.
Toronto Tokyo, this is 2 runes, one after the other that he's been able to get. So a DD now. Now, of course, I think the thing to keep in mind about this Elephant roster is that they're definitely a team that like has the potential to come back later based upon like, solid rotations and decisions on when to go as a team and stuff like that.
Veteran experience.
Exactly, right? Like that's definitely something to watch for. Spirit's laning stage is out of this world.
Flawless so far. 3-0. No kills here for Elephant.
You don't win the game in the laning stage. You can lose a game in the laning stage, though.
True.
But I don't know if Elephant have gone that badly so far.
Oh, no. Things are all right. You know, they have a couple tools here, right? They have the Helm and the Wolves actually just doing all the last thing in the bottom, so that's kind of nice now. And they would love to try and go for a play, but Toronto Tokyo is also in the area. They see it on a ward, though, so they should not be caught by the storm.
Still hanging out. Could go for that play if he wants to. FY. I mean, it's a lot to commit with like a zip from Storm to go for the kill into Weaver. Especially if you're like forced to use a dust or something like that.
He has a DD though, and again, they see this coming. So he's not allowed to die.
Alright. Killing the Helm of the Dominator creep. I mean, that's like a kill right there.
Missed.
That's 100 gold, not bad.
They're going in.
They're going on to Mira. Arena down, nowhere left to go. Yang! That was not the play there. Can they kill him off though?
Is it though?
Chase big from downtown. Toronto Tokyo able to kill him. They lose the IO. And now another Helm of the Dominator creep. But this is still a DD Toronto Tokyo. They're going to kill this one also. So they managed to find the kill on the Lycan and take down 2 Helm of the Dominator creeps.
That was strange. Yang was like, he won't spear me. That's basically what he said.
Yeah, that's super bizarre. But nonetheless, he did. He did indeed. And Miposhka maybe going to look for something here on Somnus or just keep the creep wave off the tower most likely.
Well, I am very confused by that one. Maybe just feeling like he has to force some sort of a fight and try and get something going for them. Jeez, we're already up to 8 couriers killed, seriously?
That's kind of crazy.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Well,
attack.
they find him. Fiend's grip used. Everything dropped down, and maybe the one Somnus M gonna be killed off. From bad to worse, and now they got super again.
That's their big hero. That was their highest net worth. He's just
Unreal.
gone. A Fiend's grip.
Dude,
And they haven't even done like relocate plays yet.
Collapse has an armlet.
But wait, there's more, you know?
Yeah.
Radiant's
Wow.
top tower is
Spirit are looking good. They've made every move that they need to, and Elephant just looked lost.
What's crazy is that he went armlet and the Bloodseeker is still going like a damage bill. He's still going Maelstrom. There's not like an Atos somewhere or
Yeah.
anything, right? So because they have this Storm and this Bane and Toronto Tokyo is going to go for the Orchid, he's going to be their control. And they'll have to wait a while until Collapse is able to help out with the Blink Dagger since he rushed this armlet, but it's just going to help him so much in the long term. Especially versus an ET, right?
Yeah, it's really nice.
He's going to be like at plus 10 armor when he activates that thing. That's so sick for the plus armor.
All 3 lanes have gone well. I mean, Weaver is, again, like a little bit ahead of the IO, but that does not make up for the other problems. It can all be lost in a moment. If Spirit overextend, they can get punished hard. So it's something to watch for.
Yeah, one good sleep ulti. People are low. There's big chase down potential with the Lycan and the Morphling.
Yeah.
One would assume that we're potentially considering some eventual Ags on the Lycan for the Morphling too. But it's a ways away.
Long ways away. Claps didn't want to kill that center. Oh, he's going back for it now. No! Okay, it's dead. But yeah, the sort of passive, I guess, mid-game that we're seeing from Elephant, I can't really say laning stage anymore.
Dire's top tower
They
is
really
under
don't
attack.
feel like they want to do anything before they start getting these couple of item timings off. But like, what is it that they're really looking for? I mean, is it, I guess, a Yule Scepter for Somnus? He has it done now.
You know, you say mid-game, and I think like that sounds too early. But if it's a 25-minute stomp, we are at the mid-game.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Team Spirit can hit that pace. They're not quite there yet, as you said. You know, Elephant aren't really that far behind. Momentum-wise, I'm guessing it feels pretty bad in the atmosphere, I would guess, for Elephant right now, because
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like much is coming online anytime soon to do something. Like, Eurus will have a Lincoln, so there's pretty big pressure for Eurus to make good plays with a Morph ulti. That's where
Right.
I would be looking right now. You know, you got to find the big play. You gotta be the Rubik right now as Eurus.
Well, we'll see if he can make it happen. Not always his most comfort place, but they will find Mira. Yule Scepter into the Remnant, and that should be a quick and easy pick off there, although, oh, he found a creep. Nah, it's not going to be enough. Super comes in, gives him a punch. And in the meantime, Elephant also able to take down these Ancient stacks.
Dire's
So,
bottom tower is
game
under
plan, it feels
attack.
like, for Elephant is sit back, relax, absorb the pressure. Oh, almost caught him there.
Yep.
They did, actually.
Got the Morph off, though, so doesn't matter.
Mid lane, looking for something. Somnus goes for the jump away. Now Storm going in further, dodges the stomp.
They got the net.
Oh, able to catch now onto Yang. Spear
This
comes
wolf.
out again. Dodges. Yang hoping to escape silence, but one last punch from Collapse with the armlet. It's more than enough. Poposhka game body blocked by FY though, and the waveform through as well as the jump, the step. It's more there. Collapse, tries to back away, doesn't have that much mana, but there's the pull-in, and the silence afterwards takes him down. Eurus gets demolished. That's the Orchid revealed, and finding more for the kill. FY gets hit by the spear, Collapse trying to chase. But they won't be able to find anything.
Dire's middle
I can't believe he tested him again.
Yeah,
So yeah, come on, let's go, Arena. It's like, yeah, okay. He just runs in there as the Lycan and gets speared once more for the eventual kill there.
they're chasing.
He is passing his exams flawlessly.
Oh,
Wow, they
FY.
actually got him in the end.
Damn. Dude,
That was a long rundown.
that's crazy.
That's what happens when your hero's got no boots.
Well, everything going the way of Team Spirit. I guess that's the thing that's most interesting about this, right? Like, it's not a huge lead, but it just doesn't really feel like Elephant have been able to get anything go their way yet.
Yeah, it feels like that because they don't really have heroes that are going to be making plays anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like, do you really think maybe he's going to be able to do much with just a Yules at this point? I
No.
feel like he needs that Ags. And the Ags looks sick. There's going to be an IO +1, there's a Storm, there's a Bane. Like, this feels amazing for big AoE silence because you're never going to hit a lot. But, you know, this is a playmaker. This guy.
He's just doing it.
And then he just pigs away.
Pig out.
Wow, this is quite the squeals.
Yeah, it sounds like it's in pain.
It does.
I guess to be fair, if you were a Mars and you got shrunk to the size of a pig, it'd probably be pretty painful.
It's very uncomfortable, I'm sure.
Yeah. But it just lasts a couple seconds, then you get through it. Going for a Lincoln Sphere on Eurus. Tough. Tough, tough, tough.
I think it's done, though, right? That's okay.
Yes.
You know, 16-minute Lincolns, you know,
Yeah. Just thinking more in terms of like what that allows him to do right now, and it's, as you mentioned, not a whole lot.
That's what gives him the pressure of utilizing Morph to its max potential, I would say.
Yeah.
Right? 'Cause that's his only tool right now. But it is easier to do when you have the Lincoln. So hopefully Eurus can find that for his team. Probably, I would guess you want to be Bloodseeker, right? And try to utilize a lot of those abilities.
Okay.
Go for like a self Blood Rage and maybe throw down a Blood Right.
Maybe a Mars if you get a chance. Throw out a spear could be cool too.
Yeah, that's always good. But first he has to find himself into a team fight that feels okay. Right now still sitting at 0-1-1. Hasn't been dying too much at the very least, but you know, the burden's been mostly spread across the team. Yeah, the only one who's really racking up the deaths is old Super here.
Yeah. He's been struggling. And on the other side, somebody that definitely hasn't is Toronto Tokyo, who has been a standout performer for this team.
Wow, they glyphed that wave.
Yeah, they're ready. They want to go.
The best part about glyphing the wave instead of just glyphing the tower is look at them wrap around like this too.
Yeah.
Like they actually have vision of the heroes they wouldn't have because of that.
Looking for it.
They stopped their chase down though.
Oh.
They weren't as confident.
Interesting. I guess they don't have Bloodseeker. You can't easily get there. But if Elephant keep
Oh,
going,
dude,
they're
this
under
smoke, if this
awards.
smoke ends, it's really bad.
Dude. Oh, jump in. There's the spear onto FY. Dead at the start. Now looking for more. Pulls back in. There's the silence. Got the strength form off, though. Looks for the zip through. Trying to find the kill. Oh, and they got him. Caught dead. Maposhka just found the angle. And they're also connecting onto Somnus now. Rupture out. Doesn't have anywhere left to go. Tries to escape. They pull him in. Gonna pull him down and get the kill. Dude, Team Spirit are just absolutely wrecking Elephant.
Yeah, they're on fire right now, and that one was kind of tight because the Wolves were nearby where Team Spirit were, and if that smoke had ended, they would have had a really good idea like where the Storm was trying to zip from and everything, but just with a few seconds left on the smoke, the Weaver gets caught and found out thanks to that ward that you pointed out before.
What a difference a day makes.
Yeah.
Like, Team Spirit
real good.
0-2. And Elephant coming in 1-1-1. They lose their game 0-2 to Vici, and now looking like, I mean, again, it's a 7,000 gold lead at 18 minutes. This is huge. This is one of the biggest stomps that we've seen so far out of the groups.
Yeah, net worth wise and just like playing wise, it just feels bad. Just like watching this, I pity some of these members of Elephant because I have been in this game where it just feels like you can't do anything no matter what you do. But those games don't tend to happen in the TI group stage quite this badly. But they're in that state. They're just like dying to throw wards on pillars that are gonna get dewarded.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't actually get dewarded.
Oh, it will. Don't worry, it's coming.
All right.
I promise you. Here it comes. Ground ward. Courier nearby. He's gonna ping his storm. Oh, he's got his own courier coming. See, he does his own work for him.
Yeah, they're killing the wolves first. Is that the? I guess that they do also though have the Helm of the Overlord creep that they're going to use to try and delay this game out. Throws the fireball down up top side. But the creeps break backdoor protection, and suddenly the tower's dead anyways, and it doesn't really matter.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
All right, we got to find the play. We have 4 points in Stomp for Elder Titan. So, 5-second sleep. That's a lot of time to think.
Yeah.
So if they hit the 5-man sleep, they can really go through the full triage protocol here and decide in each specific scenario how they want to go for the kill.
They'll decide. They'll figure it out.
I'd hope so, because that's their best chance.
I mean, it's just... I mean, fighting around the Roche Pit, this is probably the best bet that you can get as Elephant, but they're not all here. They're not sort of going to be able to get in time to stop this from happening.
Not even close.
No. All right, Wolf deny. Okay, no, it's just going to punch Mira once. That's fine. Aegis, Storm Spirit. Toronto, Tokyo, ready to be unburdened. Yeah, I don't know, Trent.
They have so much vision right now for Team Spirit. Like, they see quite literally the entire vertical cut of the map. They just see it all right now.
All right, they're trying to boost up the team. FY, he's throwing out the all chat line.
That's good. It's one way to start things.
Don't worry, team, we got this. Collapse putting out the Wepus line.
Oh, nice. There he
Dude,
is.
on the Wepus broadcast. Shout out to the Ops. That was good.
Collapse is really into the English channel. This is great.
Yeah, apparently.
I think they paid him off.
Probably.
Yeah.
The Observer Cabal.
Oh. Yours, man, they are just, this Lincoln's is just doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, this team is just doing nothing. Elephant. What the hell? What's going on? Look at where Toronto Skokie has been the entire game. Wherever he wants. Whatever he wants. 3 kills so far. And, like, the relocate comes back, and they might get a kill here, too. Look at, there's 4 heroes around from Elephant. They all have to just run away. Jump now, able to catch. On to Yang. He doesn't stand a chance. Super hoping to get away. You also are going to die. Team Spirit, they take no mercy.
You know what's crazy is that it only takes point 0.3 now for the Fiend's Grip. So like Maposhka did a enfeeble shift queued into a Fiend's Grip right there, and in that time frame he still gets off the Strength Morph because like he's got that that audio cue in his brain, right? Where if he hears, because like audio you react to faster than human, he hears that Lincoln's pop, he slaps Strength Morph, right? That's what Morph players do.
Yeah.
Still just dies though. You know,
doesn't matter.
He's trying his best. You know, he's got the big plays that you expect, but it's just simply not enough when you're this far behind.
Too far behind, definitely.
But that's 2 fights in a row where it felt like the Lincolns had 0 impact. When the Storm zipped on him, I think he pulled to pop it, and then he just orchided him because he was stuck in the arena.
Dude, Max Agi. I want to see the big zip across the map in the one shot. I don't think it's going to happen, though. He's got a bunch of wards around Eurus right now. They're going to keep him safe. Yatoro. It's going to run into vision here in just a moment. But yeah, you can take a look, like these items. I mean, Elephant for Yang, he's like gotten 2 Helm of the Dominator creeps dead, and then the Helm of the Overlord, and now losing another one. Yang gets caught perpetually by these spears. Collapse has had a fabulous game.
This reminds me of the Blink Storm.
Yeah.
Having the relocates like that. I think it's so cool to have any sort of mobility assistance with your Storm Spirit, because the main problem with the hero is mana. And the main issue where you lose all your mana is just your initial jump.
Yeah.
Tends to be like a screen away or something like that. So you negate that, and you just have so much more to work with.
Now they take down another tower. Somnus. Oh, no. FY was able to sneak away the haste run. Very sneaky from the Weaver. Mira picks up the bounty rune. They run away afterwards. And just like that, it's Mechanism done now. It's Collapse. Keeps the lanes pressured out. They're going to push down bottom, take down this tier 2 tower. Like, we're going to have to look at what the damage dealt was later on by these Elephant heroes, because it feels like just nothing. Like, well, they haven't fought. They haven't really been able to do much of anything. It just feels like they're trying to farm and keep up, but they don't have the tools that they need to fight.
Yeah. Resistance is futile, but they haven't even tried it.
There we go. So. Hero damage dealt. Look at this.
It's not. It ain't much.
2.8 right now. It's only done 1,000, and well, Eurus again in some trouble. There's the Fiend's Grip afterwards. Didn't stand a chance. Stunned up. Is it going to be enough? No. Can they take down anybody? Mira dropping down low, but not low enough. Now the jump in front of all of them.
Let it
Collapse is just taking him.
Let it go.
Listen, enter GG enter. It is time. This game is looking over.
That was your Void Spirit Ags fight, and you actually got a couple spells off there, and it still looks that bad. That is rough. Oh, man, their poor Morphling, though. I mean, he got slept, orchided, pulled, Fiend's Gripped, and then speared.
That is...
He's just gone. That's the very end of that chain of events there when he goes down. And then you think, okay, but look, Void Spirit, AoE damage, silence. But then there's Arena, and it felt like Earth Splitter and stuff wasn't even doing that much for them.
This is what happens. And the score line takes it down. Another kill there onto the Weaver. FY drops. I think it is time. Team Spirit just coming in, taking no prisoners, and leaving after getting the racks. One more creep wave on his way out. Why not?
This is what it looked like when they first domesticated the wolf, and it became like the human's dog. And, you know, he just kept getting trapped in a little pen.
Yeah.
You know, he tries to run around some circles and escape, and then he just gets caught again, over and over and over again. And eventually, he just gives up, and that little wolfy type GG became a dog.
That's a deep cut right there.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about domestication, but here we are, talking about going high ground. Where else do we go at this point?
High ground.
Okay. Thank you.
I got you.
Appreciate that.
No problem. Just pay attention. I mean, come on.
I just said it. I don't know what happened. Spear back. Time lapse. FY didn't quite get connected there. I mean, Team Spirit are feeling good right now.
I would hope so.
Yeah. It looks like they're just having fun.
Oh, we missed the meme number. Nice.
Oh, it's good.
Quality. Toronto is 20 charges on the Bloodstone, by the way. Looking good.
For the twins.
Yeah.
And, oh, how about a BKB? That is a definite GG item right there. Like, he's feeling like he wants to end the game.
Yeah. These days have occasionally gone a little bit long for these players and feeling like they want to close this one out.
Jeez. I feel like I haven't seen Yatono's name the entire time. Like, he's got the Gleipnir. We like this item. It's got fresh BKB. Oh, okay, not that fresh. It's a day old. All right, it's 8 seconds, not 9. After that last fight, they can't contain him. They need to try and catch the storm. I don't think you can waste any of your stuns and stuff on top of this Bloodseeker, so he's just free.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, what's their answer? Like, swap into the Bane and Nightmare him? Is the Morphling, like, I don't know what control you possibly have. It just doesn't feel like there's an answer.
They're actually hunting them into this jungle right now.
Yeah.
They're smoking up there. Maposhka all alone. Has the gem, so it doesn't want to initiate first. Oh, Spider legs Mars.
Hello!
Oh, no way he gets 2.
How are you?
All right, good.
Drops down the arena.
The
Look how hard he
domestication.
finds him! Oh my god, the waveform TP out wasn't going to happen.
Oh, no,
so they can't get Yang.
Yeah, they let the Lycan go for this.
Yeah, Eurus, they see him here now. And there's going to be the chase down. The Fiend's Grip off to the side, and he was forming down his strength form, or Agi form. Oh, caught again.
He's just trying to let it end sooner so he can buy back faster.
That's the way.
Yeah.
It's the only answer.
It's totally how it works.
24-3. Elephant. Stick-to-itedness. It's the line from Horton Hears a Who about how much he wants to just sort of keep up that task that he's been
Oh, how about
given.
keep up orchiding this Void Spirit?
That's another possibility. He gets a good silence out and then is immediately killed.
Good, great silence on those 3 heroes surrounding you.
Yes. Collapse going to take the helm of the Overlord creep. Another one dead. Yang got to waddle away. Knows the perpetual death that goes in. Support gold spent. I mean, it's interesting, right? Like, it has just been, it looks like an outclass. You know, these are TI pedigree heroes of all time. Some of these players would like go into the Hall of Fame of Dota, and Spirit are just clowning on him.
More like the Hall of Lame.
Got him.
Yeah, 3 kills. Am I right?
Dude. 6 stuff. Wow.
Oh, no. There he goes.
Chase back. Yang dead again.
There's always bounce back in game 2. You know, this game's been pretty rough for a while.
And
I feel like
GG's
they're
called.
just letting it go for a bit.
Yeah.
You know? They've seen the writing on the wall. I'm sure there was some discussion happening at the end.
Right.
It's unfortunately for them not their first game of the day, so they don't have that excuse.
No. But I think like just this shows what you can expect from Team Spirit on any given day. Like, they can come in and do this to anybody. I feel like Elephant may have been affected by their previous series.
Yes.
That's
I'm now
what it
realizing
seems like.
that I took a lot of them in fantasy. And they are now 0-3, and it did not look good. What, 3 kills? That is not a lot of fantasy points. Oh, Eurus.
Well, as we all say a prayer for Trent's
Thank you.
fantasy members,
Yeah.
we're also going to see if we can get ready for this game number 2, and if Elephant can maybe come up with some better answers, because Team Spirit rocked him in game number 1. We'll find out after the break. just like that, we're back again. Game number 2 on the horizon. It is Elephant facing off against Team Spirit. Ooh, Trent, that last one was painful.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of good things for Elephant from that
No,
game.
there's nothing. Was there anything?
No.
No, it was all bad.
I searched the entire game, and I don't... Wait. The start on the bottom lane with the courier sniping, that was kind of nice. Unfortunately,
that point where you were like, man,
heroes,
they're winning this lane
yeah,
so
I was like,
hard.
this lane looks really good now. The ward's working. Unfortunately, it was still an Io and a Mars, and those two heroes are still very strong, and they committed to that duo, and it was the correct play. So well done. Didn't matter if the couriers got sniped, and that Weaver was super annoying. They still won that lane, and they won that game.
You know what, though? We, at the end of the day, only have one place to go from here, and that's up, and also into the draft. If you are an Elephant fan, it can only go up from here. That is for sure. So we'll see how it goes, as Monkey King is going to be banned out in the first phase, as we've seen time and time again. I'm curious what we're at as far as like the most banned, most pick thing. Do you want to do a little bit of a searchy
sure.
search?
Yeah.
See where we're at with it?
5
Put you on the
seconds
case
remaining.
since you've got the lovely computer stuff.
I have the power. I have the
He's
internet.
got
Let's
the
see.
power.
I believe Tide is probably still the most picked. Let's see. Yep.
How's
Sitting,
my Tiny doing compared to it?
As of last update, these are a little finicky right now because there's so many games happening that it can't be guaranteed. But Tide is number 1 most picked hero right now, about 15 picks.
10
Snap,
seconds
14
remaining.
picks. Io, 13 picks. Wow, a lot of
Wow.
Io. Tiny's at
5
12.
seconds remaining.
Monkey King is down at 10.
Okay. What about the most
Elephant's
banned?
turn to
The
ban.
most banned hero is Monkey King at 30.
Nice.
Io and Tiny are next, each at 27.
Yeah, this is we're getting close in there. It's a pretty big drop off after that too. Next one
Yep.
being something terrible. But regardless, we have seen now the Earthshaker banned out as well for
10
Team
seconds
Spirits.
remaining. Team
Is there anything that
Spirits
you're
turn
noticing
to
as far
pick.
as just like sort of the general meta? Anything that really stands out?
I think one thing that's interesting is there are 13 IO picks, third most picked, and it has a 38.5% win rate.
Yeah, I think
So-
a lot of those were with the gyro.
Yeah, with a lot of heroes, I'm not as concerned about low percent win rates because win rate doesn't matter that much because a lot of it heavily factors on what teams are picking it. But IO specifically is
5
typically a
seconds
hero that
remaining.
is only picked by teams that are extremely good at running it, and it tends to have a high win rate and then start getting banned a lot of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe the case is that the weaker IO teams aren't having it banned and thus are losing more with it. But well, either way, not going to be here today. And we'll put one more in the picked column for Weaver. Maybe that's surprising. Only been 6 Weaver picks so far. That seems crazy. I feel like we've seen quite a few of them.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be the hero that
10
maybe really
seconds
breaks
remaining.
out, and we see a lot more of it, like in the main event or something.
5
To the
seconds
point where maybe
remaining.
it starts getting banned out at that point, where Weaver can start really feeling the best. Because I feel like we've seen probably 3 Weavers so far on this stream.
Yeah, okay, these numbers aren't right. This has been 11 Weaver games.
Yeah.
So we're not crazy. We gotta fix some of our filters. It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
But regardless, Weaver to me feels like the hero that is, everybody was thinking about Tiny at the start. People were thinking about Io, and now it's like, oh yeah, those bugs are deadly. They start lowering that armor, and all of a sudden the game starts to fall apart.
Man, Tide is seriously the most pick. It's more like 21 picks for Tide. That makes way more sense.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna fix our stats. Then this is why we're not the stats guys anymore.
Stats apparently do lie.
What is happening here? That's a lot of reserve time for an opener here, guys.
Turn to pick.
Yeah.
All right, love this. Huge fan of the Rubik into the Weaver. That's not a good sign. Then they spent all that time. They got one of their 2 heroes figured out.
Yeah,
At this rate, they're going to use another 50 seconds.
I mean, this is the
10
same thing that
seconds
happened last
remaining.
game too, right? Elephant ran through a ton of reserve time right at the start. It felt like they weren't
Turn
prepped.
to pick.
They take the Mars away. Okay, here's the thing. When a game goes that poorly, it takes a lot for me not to choose the team that stomped,
Yeah.
this is the beginnings of like, okay, I'm starting to believe
10
again.
seconds
Now,
remaining.
don't you
That's
break my
a
heart,
mistake.
Elephant.
That's a mistake.
Don't you break my heart.
You go
5
back to the
seconds
team that is now
remaining.
like trying to copy and take the other team's identity.
No, I like that they are taking it away from them. That's the first
That's what
piece
the
of the
ban
puzzle.
column is for.
Right. Okay, that's fair. But for the first phase, you got to take the IO and the tiny first.
Yeah,
But-
okay, all right.
But what I'm saying is that I think that the idea of like making Team Spirit uncomfortable, that's like the first pin in the unlocking the door. You know how when you put a key in a lock, it sort of hits a bunch of pins.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So this is the first pin.
I did do the lock picking in Skyrim before.
There it is.
Yeah.
So we got to find a couple more.
Uh-huh.
If they can just hit it just right, then I'm willing to sort of back Elephant here in terms of their potential to win this game.
Now remember that was Spirit's first win too.
Yeah.
So, they're not out of the woods quite yet.
Team
Maybe that was just one really hot game and ooh, all right, the hero you've been asking for. It
I like it.
appears.
Dude, don't pick Lycan. Don't pick Lycan Elephant. Oh my god, they're going to pick Lycan and they're going to lose. Night Stalker's going to build a shard and then just eat their giant creep and it's
and
gonna
munch
be
it
over.
right up.
10
That ability is
seconds remaining.
awesome.
It's interesting.
You're not a
I
believer.
don't know if
5
it's
seconds
awesome.
remaining.
What don't you like about it?
Elephants
Yeah, it
turn
has
to
its
ban.
moments,
Okay.
obviously, where it feels like mega clutch, and then other times where it feels like I wish I just had like a cool spell, not go eat a creep.
But then you can get back into the fight.
Yeah, but surely they're not going to pick a Helm of the Overlord hero into Night Stalker. That seems very unlikely.
we'll
So
see.
surely they won't do it. I don't think the caster curse works that well.
We'll see.
5 seconds remaining.
They ban out the Terrorblade now. I mean, I guess realistically, what you're assuming is this is going to be a Yang Mars, and then that leaves open something else for Eurus. Poor Elephant.
What I'm really wondering is what they want to do with this this Tusk that they picked before. So they actually went Tusk Weaver, and they used the Tusk on Collapse. And so it was a core Tusk with a Weaver, because you're trying to think like what's a good combo with the minus armor that a Weaver provides, presuming that it will be a
Team
4
spirits
Weaver.
turn
Like,
to
is this
ban.
just a Collapse Night Stalker? That seems like the most likely situation, right?
I think
but
so.
then, yeah, I guess it's sort of a minus armor combo because it's someone who gains like a bunch of flat damage and just like right clicks for the vast
Yes.
majority. That's like kind of nice. Could maybe go Orb of Corrosion. Maybe that's how we combine it. But will we find some other hero throughout the
10
draft that
seconds
that
remaining.
also wants to abuse off of that?
Elephants turn to
Also,
ban.
where's Tidehunter? Still in.
That's a good point.
Maybe not going to happen with both Night Stalker and Mars picked up here.
I could still see the support Tide working for either of these teams. I also would not mind Toronto Tokyo taking the Night Stalker and then swapping it
10
over the
seconds
Tide to
remaining.
Collapse if they want. Although I think I'd rather have Collapse on the Night Stalker. It
5
feels like that
seconds
hero that
remaining.
carries out of the off lane.
Well, I'll tell you what they were missing last game on Elephant, and
What's that?
that's one of my personal Trent trademarked terms
Team
for draft,
spirits
and that is
turn
they
to
were missing
ban.
direction. All
Mm.
right, sometimes what you need when you play Dota is just a little bit of direction, and that direction can come from your captain when you're playing, but it can also come from your heroes. And last game, they had no direction because their offlaner was a Lycan, their safe lane was a Morphling, and they had a Void
Turn
Spirit
to
that fell
ban.
pretty far behind. So Void Spirit wanted to spend a lot of time farming, didn't want to spend a lot of time like going for kills and like leading the team across the map, going for decent objectives. They got a little bit too passive and they just they fell off and they lost. Direction can come from Mars. Mars wants kills. Mars wants arena plays. I'd like to see even more
10
of that
seconds
coming from this lineup.
remaining.
I wouldn't mind a Spirit-esque hero to join this
5
this
seconds
trio of
remaining.
running across the map, going for kills.
I could get down with that. That seems reasonable. But the thing that really concerns me about Elephant is that
Elephants
like,
turn to pick.
I feel like they lost their lanes way harder than they should have.
Team
True.
spirits
And
turn
and
to
that
pick.
to me is like really concerning, particularly when you're picking something like a Disruptor. Like now you have Disruptor Rubik. Like well, just pick a Chen or something on Spirit. Like, what
Come on, guys, just pick Chen.
what are they gonna do? Honestly,
They have plays,
10 seconds
direction,
remaining.
glimpse kills, Static Storm, kill this hero.
okay,
5
Double
seconds
bubble
remaining.
strategies of Static Storm inside the arena.
okay.
Super dead.
Let's see if they
That's
can
what
do
I'm
it.
going with here.
Let's see if they can do it.
I will say the Rubik is amazing versus the Weaver, not so hot versus the Night Stalker. That's relatively terrifying. That is two supports that I see now with Rubik and Disruptor that Night Stalker just salivates. I guess one thing that's kind of cool is that if you go on the Rubik, then you might get glimpsed. But if you go on the Disruptor, maybe Rubik will get the telekinesis save and could like chuck the Disruptor out of your silence, or just straight up telekinesis you, depending.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that could be interesting. I'm just saying that when I'm seeing this Disruptor, the thing I'm thinking is that there's gonna like you mentioned already taking the heroes away, right? That you don't like the idea of Elephant just taking the Mars away from Spirit and say, yeah, we're going to try and run it now because this is something that you're doing that is good. That means that there's maybe a lack of comfort potentially. Again, obviously Elephant, amazing at playing whatever they want to play. Yang, a boss. But I just feel like at some point this game, we are going to see Elephant have Disruptor glimpse somebody out of an arena. I'm just there's
You're
a premonition.
Okay.
I see it in my mind's eye. It's gonna happen over by Dire Ancients.
That maybe that's just like deja vu, and like you're gonna play a pub later.
Okay, that's a possibility.
And that's something that you're gonna do.
But look at Sven.
5 seconds remaining.
Look at this guy.
He's been banned a lot in our matches in the second phase, so still respected by a lot of teams as a carry player, but maybe none quite bold enough to actually want to pick it. Does that sound about right?
I've seen, I think there's a few teams that have done it. Beast
Oh,
Coast.
yeah, it has come out, that's for sure.
Beast Coast is the main one I think of.
Oh, that's a Beast Coast lineup right there.
That's a good one.
So what's the Snap doing then? I thought this was going to be a 4-weaver. If this isn't a 4-weaver. I guess it could be a 5 snap. Yeah.
I think that's probably the play. Or a 5 weaver.
10 seconds
I actually would be fine with either. Or Toronto Tokyo Snapfire. Screw it. Just go ham.
Probably not though, but maybe.
I mean, this Mars needs to pop off. This Mars has got to pop off. When that Medusa pick comes out, that's what that tells me.
No, that's okay. They're gonna get Spirit Hero last. It's fine.
Okay.
This is good.
All right.
Yeah, they'll have someone who moves around the map. They're all in. When I say Spirit Hero, I'm talking about heroes that mid lane heroes that want to start fights and just like create action across the map to help out this Mars, and then you're gonna have the big anchor hero of the Medusa for the damage in the end. So Puck, #1 contender, best. Yeah, I know, not a Spirit, but plays that way. Kunkka is another one.
Spirit hero.
Kunkka, #2 Spirit hero. #3 best Spirit hero. It's Dragon Knight. Okay. No, it's actually Void Spirit and Storm Spirit. Okay. They're tied. Depends on the game.
Surprise. Yeah.
And then Ember is just like, aren't I really good now? And you're like, yeah, that Ags build is pretty cool, but I'm also a little bit scared. I think Ember actually is a pretty good win rate right now, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, that sounds interesting to me. I could be down with it. I guess a little
What
bit.
did I tell you? What did I tell you?
There it is.
#1 Spirit, Puck. #2 Spirit, Kunkka. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we're on stream 1.
This is
all
great.
Right?
I
brought you the best.
The other thing, though, is that all of those heroes really struggle against Night Stalker, which is why I thought this was going to be a Somnus Medusa, so he can just sit there in the midst of a silence and not be worried.
Team Spirits, turn to pick.
But, oh god, they banned the Storm. Are they going to take the Void? Oh, no.
3rd best Spirit.
And then they're going to be left with an Ember, and the Night Stalker's going to kill him. Gotta be careful. Elephant.
They should Necrophos. That sounds fun. You're up a game.
10 seconds
Okay, don't actually. But then they can't pick Ember. That'd be the meme. But then they just pick Lena, and they might actually win. So don't do that. They could pick Lena on Team Spirit. I think that's completely fine in this setup. They could pick Queen of Pain. They're going to take the Ember. They want the Spirits.
I think this is going to be a carry.
Carry what?
Like a Morphling or something silly.
Oh, on Elephant.
Yeah.
Jeez, you were really confusing me. I thought you meant the Ember.
No.
10 seconds.
I actually did see some support Sven kicking around on some of the Dota 2 Pro Tracker, and I was a little curious.
Oh.
You may now select your heroes.
Mid Mars?
Yeah. No.
No, Mid Doom.
Ooh.
All right. Mid Doom into the Ember Spirit. I thought maybe the Mars might like that matchup a little bit more.
Yeah, me too.
I guess Doom goes like mega hard on the greed though, out of the mid lane, right? Like Mars can do it too, can like farm up some neutrals and stuff with the rebuke and everything, but Doom can like just go crazy and just get insanely farmed in super early BKB.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
I mean, we were saying that like the heroes that can do stuff, and it's like, yeah, you can get mega farmed, Somnus. And the dude's gonna get mega farmed.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, literally, they did need a do stuff hero. I think when your opponent bans 2 heroes of a very specific playstyle and then you pick one
10
opposite of that, I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, they probably want Pucker
5
Kunkka.
seconds
Doom, oh,
remaining.
these guys. But maybe Somnus will be active enough
Maybe
here.
he like goes drums or something. like-
Maybe Somnus will be. Oh, that was kind of funny.
yeah.
Didn't even mean to do that.
That's great. That's his plan all along. He knew it was coming. I could see like a
It's a long con.
drums blink play or something being pretty cool from the Doom. You know what I mean? Run around.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how much you need that Midas. The
Stomp
Midas
on
is so
people.
tempting, though.
Yeah. I also think that he has to go BKB though, so it's tough, right? Because like you need to be able to jump in, and if Night Stalker gets his silence off, you're not going to be able to find like the Stomp Doom play. You know. I think Team Spirit feel very good in this game, but Elephant, obviously, I mean, they've been through the ringer this year. I don't think one game loss against Team Spirit's going to be the thing that breaks them. All right, go. Game number 2, Team Spirit looking to close this one out. A 2-0 over Elephant would be huge for their hopes, dreams, and desires to move on out of this group stage. And for Elephant, I mean, they're going to need it. They are going to need to pull this one back if they want their hopes of the upper bracket to continue. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's go. I see this Ember here. Oh, 14 commends in 15 matches. He must be a nice guy. That's good to know. I like how you guys get to see this right now. This never happens when we're casting. 75 and 51 as Mars. All right, 3 wins in a row. 18 commends.
Literally, that is
Wow.
all they've seen today on this stream, is that thing.
Yeah, it's good. That's what I mean. They don't get to see them like when we cast all year.
Oh, I see. Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha, gotcha.
you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, it is off to the races as Miposhka trying to get down the wards as quickly as possible. And where are we going to go in this game? Do we have... Oh, there it is. There's the cheers. The Spirit fans are ready. Elephant fans need to do some work. There they go. Catching back up again. Let's see what happens by the end of the game, though. So, do you believe in Elephant?
All right. I do. I think they can bounce back. But, guys, we got to go tactical here. All right, everyone, for your predictions right now. You got to take when will First Blood have but 0 to 3 right now because it doesn't close for 35 seconds. So have that selected just in case, and the last second will change.
Kidding me?
What?
What do you do?
Well, I think if it's not a bounty rune fight, it'll be 3 to 6.
Oh,
But I'm just trying to get you guys on it right now before the predictions close.
That makes
Jeez,
sense.
I'm trying to help the people.
What a guy.
Yeah. 15 seconds, you know. They're helping us with some of the cheering, so I thought I'd just try and give back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spirited
Oh, 8 seconds.
away.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. I'm switching. I'm going 3 to 6. You guys can stay if you want, but you're on your own.
The battle begins.
I don't think they're going to die here. Surely. Oh, yeah.
Stun comes out.
Oh, it worked.
Oh, that was a
It
good play.
worked.
Dude, is he going to get the other one? Oh, no, it's not. It's already gone.
Oh, no. Don't die for this Miposhka. Oh, it's so much free damage, though. Oh.
Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. He's out of there.
I don't think that's what Weaver sounds like, but okay.
In my
That
head
was
it
like
is.
Space Weaver.
Ba-doo. Weaver is a space weaver.
Oh, dude. Nice. Not what I meant, but that was good.
Good deny there from Somnus. As we get ready to go into this game, Ember versus Doom. Obviously, lots of potential just to eat up all those creeps for that mid player. And, well, the top lane feels like it's going to be pretty static, I guess, right? Like, Collapse playing on this Night Stalker against Medusa. Like, what the heck do you do until the 5-minute mark?
The real battle is going to be Super versus Mira.
Okay.
Right? That is 100% the question here because you have the Blightstone early on Mira, and then you're just going to have the constant spam of the Thunder Strike, and there's going to be like blocking camps like this and being total nuisances towards one another. And Mira should win that, I would guess, because like you just have better tools as Snapfire, right? You have actual lane tools. Now I say that misses the cookie, so there you go. Let's say we got a mid lane that's you know, Ember versus Doom. We talked about not something you see too often, but probably just gonna be a farm fest.
Yes.
Not much else to expect here, right?
No, it's in, you know, the or rather, no longer having 0 armor on Doom means that there's less potential for any type of kill or shenanigans in that way, and unlikely you're gonna be able to find anything. I feel like the Ember is going to be a nice answer for this Disruptor potentially as well. Just jump on him in the fights and go ham. Collapse. Maybe in some trouble here. Cookie comes out, trying to keep alive this Night Stalker Fairy Fire, walk away, but first blood drawn by Eurus, and well, Super looks like he's going to be able to get out of that. That's what you get for listening to Trent.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, I just gave them the value play that they could have maybe cheesed one out.
That's a good
I
way
made
to
no
go.
promises. I did think we make it to 3 minutes, though. So, my bad. Or my B, as my boy Chillin said.
Great. What a reference again. I love it. FY. Oh, I just forget about that with the FY Rubik set and the cool little glow that he has after him there. Looks so neat.
He had to trade in his gold cape for that, though. So I remember he rocked that before. As Toronto Tokyo throwing out the taunt there. So he gets back to the lane ahead of time there. Does have the Flame Guard going, and Somnus just... oh, sorry, my bad. Getting a little excited there as we trade blows down bottom.
Look at the damage that comes out just from the freaking bug on Yang that entire time, hitting with the cleave afterwards. 2 points in it for Yutaro. And at least for now, the laning stage looking very even across all three of them. So not the same disaster that we saw from Elephant in the last game.
Now, Sven got quite a few tweaks, but the one thing that stayed was the 100% cleave, right?
That's true.
That is pretty ridiculous. You get the 125 at 15, but right away, just like every swing doing max damage is pretty crazy.
Collapse. They're glyphing the wave. Bait out another Thunderstrike. Thought about diving that one. He almost killed Super. That was a lot of damage there. But we'll get the salve up afterwards. And in the meantime, back towards mid, we saw a quick run over by the Ember Spirit to sneak the Bounty Rune away. So Toronto Tokyo doing a little bit of economic damage there. Somnus not able to get in position. And we'll see if he decides to go and try and take away the Embers, but maybe not going to be the play as the 4-minute rune is going to spawn there as well. Going for some courier snipes on the Weaver. Poshka goes for the Sakuchi forward and able to take it down. Nicely played. Yutaro, he backs, and he's good.
Does he have any regen, though?
Didn't look like it. Some stick charges maybe and a Fairy Fire.
Yeah, Courier's coming out with some boost, but of course, Poshka being so busy going for these courier snipes has the salve, so has to make it all the way back there. Salve up his carry, do your duty as position 5.
And the cheers come from Team Spirit again. Nicely played.
And I noticed that Mira did stack up this hard camp here, actually, and now the Dire have pulled it.
Okay.
So it's quite the win there for Elephant. So thank you, Mira, I guess.
Gets the clap off, too. A couple of denies off to the side. Not bad at all. Eurus walks back in.
Another missed cookie.
Not where it wants to be. Super, though, gets pummeled, punched,
he
and
lived
chased down and
because of
collapsed. Oh, wait, he fell out the other side. What happened there? The tree came back afterwards, collapsed, going to live just barely. One more punch. Oh, it's enough.
Did a tree respawn and push him out of the connect field?
I think that's what happened.
I wasn't looking. All right, nice.
I've never seen that before.
Well, that's Dota.
Yeah, true. That's the Dota. 2-3. And as Night comes around, unfortunately, Night Stalker going down right at the start is not necessarily the way that you want it to go. As Elephant looking a lot better in this game number 2.
And I guess the big question mark will just be like, where do we go after the lanes? Like, let's say the lanes go even. Last game still didn't bode well for like the actual like map movements and everything. And I still have questions based on these heroes as to how well that is going to turn for them.
It's true.
Oh, Toronto Tokyo, just easy. Not scared at all. There's 2 heroes here. Just head the Remnant for the easy rune take. And it being a regen too, doesn't care what the trade is.
Makes it easy for him. Cookie walking in though, trying to take down Eurus. Nowhere left to go. TP out, a chance, a hope, a dream. Gets away, and FY gonna get chased down in that mid lane there. Ooh, Poshka, hello, hello. How you doing? Another punch. Sakuchi up again in a second, but the Doom. Oh, it comes out. Hoping to get denied. It's a very small Centaur, and that won't be enough. And Super also going to get punched. Mira able to find that kill.
That death actually comes at the cost of like all that harassment onto the Medusa meant that he had to salve up the Medusa for the disruptors. Now the disruptor dies. That's the cost you pay as a support player to keep your core farming.
This is definitely looking a lot better as Elephant's starting to win the lanes now. Come out of them on top. Remnant's back and away, but Doom used, and Somna's going to go back to farming. Collapse moves into position. Super. To be careful, all this minus armor.
She's Miposhka too.
Yeah, they're chasing this one down. Eurus will eventually retreat. Or rather, they will retreat from Eurus. Collapse still playing this one very close. I mean, is salved up, but just has the phase boots and the bracer. Trying to get into the Echo Saber afterwards.
Oh, in your toe. FY just walks right into him with that ward being there.
Want to make sure he didn't get cliffed. Yang, chase, Arena, down. Now he's like, you remember you caught me this time?
Yeah.
Usually not him, it was a Collapse on the other side. Speaking of which, Collapse gonna take down Eurus. So Night Stalker starting to accelerate a little bit here in terms of the farm, but still between the top 6 heroes, less than 600 gold separates them all.
Carry players staying where they weren't supposed to be.
Yeah.
Both teams each losing their respective position in one. So, even trade-off, and honestly, 2 heroes that have a extremely similar game plan here. So, equal parts pain. Now, difference, Yatoro, TP's back top. Eurus comes back to the top lane too. This is a bad idea.
This
has a point for ulti though.
Not good. Stun is out, Bug's coming, as well as the little shredder. Cookie is there, and no mana, Eurus. No chance. Just gonna drop here as the, well, maybe, okay. Coming in, Yang shows up as well.
No
Eurus
way.
actually lives, what? Toronto Tokyo, oh, he wants to get aggro. Didn't quite connect though.
The sickest
Not
part
enough.
was not putting the point in ulti
Yeah.
and fighting. That was bold. That looked like a good ult timing.
Wow. Toro.
He's gonna ult for this. He's like, yeah, I want the stack. Gonna find some neutrals for the squad, and then I'm sure just retreat back to his own safer ancients here.
So I mean, to be fair, they're keeping these heroes kind of stuck in this area. You know, there's 4 heroes up here, and now a 5th coming in. Are they gonna be able to really do anything? Poshka hiding away. Somnus can drop down low. Some trouble, and catch, root, jump, Arena down, just walks away. Collapse did pop ulti for this. Yang now stepping up front and center. Jump in coming from Toronto Tokyo. Good amount of damage with that sleight of fist. But again,
Sven's farming. It's okay.
he's perfectly okay with this. Like, Elephant is just up there on that side of the map.
Poshka, crazy player here.
Yeah.
This thing's so close. Plants a rather sneaky ward here. He'll try and get out there and be spotted, but... Oh my god, what is he doing? Oh, that was so
crazy.
slick.
He's insane.
They have a ward, though. That's the worst part.
Wait, but they got the Doom onto Ember. He's just running away, though. He doesn't care. But like, look at how long
is he getting
they've been
away
here.
with this?
Like, all of Elephant has been on this top side of the map for the past, like, 2 minutes, doing nothing. There is some outplay happening.
Yeah, there most certainly is. And, well, Eurus has given up. He says, I want to be like Sven. I want to go hit creeps.
Pretty much.
So, try and make that play instead. And, well, Sven likes where he's at because Yatoro now got nearly the Echo.
Having a good time with it, as Team Spirit will be able to fully commit to take down this Tier 1 tower in the top lane. And, well, Elephant, I mean, this is one of those things where it feels like almost just a sort of frustration with how the game is going, that they're, having to sit back and they want to pressure this tower now, get some damage onto it, but they move in afterwards and still farming away. Got our Sven off and out, keeping up with the Doom.
Yeah, and you got to think that maybe, that first Doom, it's got to be a little bit frustrating.
Oh, yeah.
Not hitting on that, not getting that kill, just able to walk away. Like, as an off-lane Doom, maybe you don't care as much because you tend to bully them out and you help pressure the tower, but as a mid-Doom, you miss that kill, you just kind of go back to farming, I guess. You're really hoping for that actual fight to occur. Because Doom, it's a commitment because if they just walk away, sometimes they even just get denied, even if they're going to die anyway. So you really want to see it through to the end.
Yeah, and it's interesting, right? Because, like, It definitely still feels like Elephant has been able to get the slightly more efficient farming around the map and stuff like that. But that was all happening sort of around daytime, you know? There's this window where Night Stalker is not supposed to be able to just sort of sit there and farm and, you know, I guess that, again, it's like Elephant's lineup doesn't just really put pressure on him. It's the same problem as last game.
Well, they need Yang. I mean, we wanted the Kunkka or the Puck. We got a Doom, so that they just threw all of their eggs into the basket of Yang. You know, in the past at TI, Yang has delivered. He's looked like one of the absolute best players, and this is the kind of hero that he can do it on. But so far, you know, it's a bit too early to expect a lot out of him, especially when he can't go blink first.
They left that bounty rune back there on the high ground. Toro just walked by it. Collapse. Has his ulti available. Yang chasing Maposhka. Is there any follow-up? Does not look like it. Time lapses. Backs out. So again, a tough series of events here, as Spirit consistently just sort of doing what they want. Are they going to be able to do anything here to try and mess with Eurus?
This seems really good for Eurus, though. Like the past couple minutes, like there hasn't been another fight. They have spread out a little bit more on the side of Elephant. We talked about how, like, you know, Yang has to do some stuff, but right now the passive play, they are scaling fairly well here. Yang went for a long-range spear. Maposhka, but didn't get it.
Walk, walk, walk. Get on through. Toronto Tokyo pulls the creep waves back towards the river and keeping their towers alive. As a smoke up comes from 3 Elephant players. We got Yang, got Rubik, got Disruptor.
Man, I think this BKB first is kind of rough. Like, I know he has to sort of get it with the Doom now, but it feels like it's going to be hard for maybe to do much without the Blink Dagger and the War Stomp.
Slight misses on the chains, but the stun comes out.
Yeah,
Lift up
so
there
low.
afterwards. Static Storm down, in trouble. They kill Toronto Tokyo. Much needed, but the silence afterwards collapse right on top of him. Doom comes out trying to take down the Snapfire, but Somnus in some trouble himself. Is going to get chased down here.
The haste rune.
Yeah, he's going to be able to make the escape.
Is Snap getting denied? Yeah, no chance.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And the regen rune afterwards. So still 1,000 gold separating these squads. And daytime comes back again. Night in 30 seconds.
Jeez. That's not good news for Elephant. Collapse, speaking of which. Finds himself a Medusa. And, I don't think she's getting out of here. Super's just ditching. Has no ulti to help.
Well, there you go for the big old wraparound. Maposhka there as well. Lift up afterwards. Tries to do what they can, but dead.
There's no arena either.
Now Yang shows up.
Oh, man. Okay, that was on yours. He was just too deep, and they don't have the tools to actually defend him.
Glimpse, lift up Yules afterwards. There's a good stun, and it is going to be enough, so they take down Maposhka.
I mean, a return kill, but not a great one.
True.
Obviously, not a lot of value there for them. But, okay, if they turn it into a tower, this at least feels somewhat okay.
You know, on the mid lane, though, you're seeing that Yutaro just takes that one.
That's a problem. Yeah, now they don't even care if this tower goes down. Trade for mid is whatever. And Toronto Tokyo almost trying to bait them into something here. But remember, stuff's coming up soon. Like, there is an arena now.
Oh. The Mortimer's Kiss is coming through onto them. Catches Duncan wanting to find it. They dropped the Static Storm, but I don't know if it's going to end up mattering as Yang chased down. The Ember is there. The weird combo with the cookie and the spear, but in the end, they take him as well.
He just got cookied by a shish kebab Ember.
That's crazy.
Oh, meanwhile, Collapse isn't done. He's like, hey, Eurus, remember this? Like 45 seconds ago? You want some more? Huh? Yeah, say goodbye to your mana.
He's just running at him. Like, he knows he can't kill him.
It's all right. He just lost like 700 mana.
Yeah. Doesn't feel comfortable just sitting around like that. Maposhka's hunting. It is very different playstyles between these two teams.
Have we identified Elephant's playstyle?
Yeah.
Because today, you know, I'm not really sure what it is.
Different.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Super sitting behind. They are wrapping for the go-ahead.
Thanks, BG.
Drops down the Sentry Ward, and then the runaway.
Radiant's bottom
So,
tower has fallen.
Maybe.
Else-
Thinking about it up top. Kind of wanted to go into that lane.
Yeah. I mean, he wants the BKB too. Oh, man.
He's in the danger zone. There's no way, right? He'll be all right.
Oh.
He'll be fine. Just Midas and run.
Yeah, he just runs away from there. They know. Okay, good stuff there from Somnus.
Will his tower be fine, though? It's an Arcane Rune Ember. They're going to ulti, so they're pressuring this fully. They have the glyph. They could glyph and go into fight.
Smoke.
They want it.
Wrap around.
The smoke's on both right now.
Who do they find?
Collapse still has ulti here too, of course, and oh no, did they see this Medusa? I mean, they see her farming, and they have an obs. They see her going back to triangle. Oh, is she dead?
No,
they're going Roche. All right, they're not going to commit.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
good.
she looked kind of free, but I guess you also know that, like, you know, there's no way they're going to go.
Radiant are scanning.
I think this is a good Roche play here. you
Yeah,
know?
scan the
Take
high
advantage
ground,
of
take it, use the ward above you to keep yourselves covered.
Good vision. Like to see it.
To the radiant.
So it is going to be Aegis on to Toronto, Tokyo. They have looked like they know what they're doing in this game number 2 here. And again, it's like a very small difference in terms of like the net worth between these two teams. But all of the heroes from Elephant just don't really do anything.
It sounds so harsh when you say it like that, but it does kind of feel like that. It just feels like they're always waiting for one more item.
It's like Medusa punches people, maybe drops the ulti. Somnus, he can like maybe get on top of somebody if he can run them down. Mars potentially could make a play happen if they run into him, but he doesn't have a Blink Dagger right now, trying to go for the BKB next. We've got Rubik, who just has boots, and then a Disruptor. So hypothetically, if they're stronger than him, maybe you could get like a run at people, and then as they're trying to run away, you can glimpse them back in. But like, I think Team Spirit are stronger.
Yeah, Disruptor when playing from behind just feels terrible. Feels like you can't do anything.
Era.
Oh, here we go, though. This could be a glimpse play.
Slowed down. Oh no. Oh no. The minus armor. That was one stun from the Sven, and then a whole heck of a lot of little shredder.
FY has
down
shown
one.
here too. They know they're all here without Medusa.
Oh god, go run and hide. Are they slowly just gonna get
Dude,
whittled
look at
down
this.
by the Ember? This is devastating. Why would you do this BKB out? But the BKB from Collapse, Static Storm, trying to stop this, if at all possible, disarmed on the Medusa,
he's still
doing
living.
nothing. Chase looking for more. Toronto Tokyo wants to run in. It's like fish in a barrel. They didn't stand a chance. Why would you do this to him? Yutara runs in, finds Eurus, gonna beat him down. Everybody dead with no retribution.
They just gotta hurt it.
That's what it was. And
Yeah.
then Medusa was kind enough to come join him.
Yeah, that was. I mean, got the Petrify on the Ember. That did slow some of that damage. Left a bunch of heroes just kind of sitting there at low HP. But, you know, the wraparound play from the Night Stalker behind. You watch this. Comes in with a big vision on Collapse. Silence
Oh.
onto the Doom. Forced to BKB. That's great. But Doom finally comes out there and it's just it's not doing enough. It's only onto a Night Stalker, and he was still pretty healthy at that point. He eventually just comes back in after that Doom and punches Super to death way later in the fight. You know, look at him. He's running around doomed. He's a little love tab over to Yang too. Says, how do you do?
Just doesn't even care. And not
5
one of them
heroes.
goes down.
Unreal.
Blinks away
And
from
now
the
they have an
glimpse.
Aegis.
Yeah. Oh, they had
to
that
continue to continue pressuring with too,
one. Jeez.
even after a fight like that.
I mean, as soon as we sort of saw that there were 4 there, and then like Ember could start sleight of fisting.
Once Night Stalker had that angle, it's just
Yeah,
like, oh
it's
man,
over. It's
this is
done.
bad.
I mean, they got more kills than they got last game, but it's looking like it might be the same result for Elephant. I don't know if this is just a matchup thing or what. Like, who the heck did Elephant play where they were winning? What happened?
Well, I mean, Elephant are, you know, a good team,
Yeah?
allegedly.
I don't know. After this, it's got me reconsidering life.
Well, the Postcard just, you know, and Team Spirit, they're just a very good team.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, there's no bad teams here at TI. There's just good teams, very good teams, excellent teams, and super duper teams.
Yeah, I think that the other thing is that, you know, oh god, Chase down.
Those are
FY.
some super duper Mortimer's kisses.
Very nicely played. Somnus, BKB. I think also the style of Team Spirit is really good against this Elephant team as Toronto Tokyo jumps in, can't quite get the chase down. Elephant?
Again, I implore you, what is the style of Elephant? Have you figured that question out yet? Is it
They get the
losing?
cookie.
Because this is a winning style.
Super goes in, looks for more. Toro finds him. Oh, this is going to be big. The Remnant through. They bait out the Static Storm. Such sick play from Toronto Tokyo. Spirit just looked good. They're doing it over and over again. They're trying to stack camps or just clear through them over on the other side of the map with Somnus, but Team Spirit.
The way they just like share the load in these team fights and the damage, and you know, I'm in, you're in, I'm out, you jump back in there, and they just can't get a finish onto the targets. And I don't think we can just like put that totally at the feet of Elephant. I think it's more so the way they're playing this. And Maposhka, you know, part of the way those fights start, of course, is a little bit of forward vision there, and in this case, Maposhka did get punished, but put a pretty deep ward down there before dying. So they'll have some way to catch someone up here. I'm sure that'll that's just an investment, you know.
Yeah. Well, 8,000 gold lead now as Team Spirit continue to just outclass Elephant, which is a wild thing to say, but this team has been through the ringer, back again. They've gotten their chance on TI. They're taking every little thing that's given to them.
Yeah, last game I believe was their first win, so this will be their first two wins, first series win here.
If they can close it out, I mean that's always the big question, right? Like you're still running into Doom, Medusa. There's a Static Storm that's down there potentially. Like High Ground is a different animal, and they have like an Ember is like their strongest hero right now to some extent. I mean Sven's also very big, but like these aren't necessarily great tower hitters, so there's some potential there for holding High Ground for Elephant.
That is true. And they haven't taken a massive lead yet from Team Spirit. I mean, look at the net worth. If you were coming to this game live, you'd be like, oh, this game doesn't look that bad. Yeah. But again, it's more like the mentality of this game, just like the feel inside of it is just that Elephant are struggling and being choked out a little bit here. And they're really hurting on getting some contributions from some of these, like, the heroes that you're expecting to do a lot right now, like Yang specifically. I mean, he's 3-3 and 2. Some of the arenas look like kind of okay, but honestly, I guess his window's kind of passed. Like, since the BKBs have come out, he's a lot less relevant. And before they were there, he didn't really find that impact that he needed.
No.
Well, and that might be
tough.
a freebie here on FY. Has the Shikushi.
Up on the top side. Can they get him?
Oh, they know. They saw.
And there he is. Yeah, they got him.
That's
all it takes is a moment.
Oh, wait. Oh,
bam.
He almost did it. Thought he had the escape.
Oh, it's an AC.
Gotta hope for the underdog.
They have Blink on Collapse.
They have BKB on Yang. That's pretty good. It's a good BKB game. Allow him to get off some better arenas, some better spears, and Eurus just struggling to get to that butterfly. Will eventually find it though, and Sven obviously a hero that doesn't really want to buy an MKB, so maybe.
You know what I think this. You know what I feel like, and again, I don't want to necessarily hate on Yang at all for this one, but this is much more, it feels like, Team Spirit coming in and understanding. Like, this series, to me, feels like a series about Mars, right? That, like, in the first game, Spirit understood how to play around it, when to pick it, all that good stuff. And right now, we're going to see Somnus is jump right in, try and blow them all up, takes that Disruptor down in a moment, maybe? Super living. And able to get the stone form, but the turn now, Eurus going to get stunned, popped, beat down. Is it going to be enough, though? Well, maybe a chance. Yang not able to find that follow-up, and now the chase down. One last Mortimer's Kisses going to connect, and he blinked forward to find that Rubik. They still find nothing.
He broke his ankles. He jumped over that God's Rebuke and killed his ally.
But this is the thing to me. Oh, and he's got eyes on the prize. Eurus, come here.
That ward, the investment. I told you.
God, they found it.
The death was worth.
And the chase. And Ember is there. Nothing left as they finally bring him down. Well played. But like I was trying to say, it's like you have this like draft where you're anticipating a big play, and there it is. Yet again.
I mean, it starts out good because they get the Doom. Like, you know, like maybe did his job. He got the Ember. I feel like that's where you want to go, but Collapse is just crazy. Jumps through, and then this spear right here just hurts my soul.
Yeah.
It's like he probably would have died.
It's true.
They sent him a little bit too far there. And then did Yang Yules him after 2? Is he just pressing all his buttons? That was Yang's Yules. Yang's in full-on panic mode right now or something.
But this is the thing, right? Is that it's like Team Spirit understand this Mars. They get how to play it. And like when you first pick it against a team that knows what they're doing and how to play with it, look at these heroes.
Dude.
Like, they don't care at all about it. Night Stalker flies above the arena. The Ember beats you through it, and the Sven just punches them.
He must be laughing so hard every time he gets Spirit out of the arena.
Yeah,
he's probably just
that's
losing
Collapse.
it. It's probably disrupting the comms. He's just like, oh man, this Mars noob.
Yeah.
This guy ever play Mars versus Night Stalker?
Like, I mean, there's nothing you can do, right?
Do they not have Night Stalker in your pubs?
I think that Night Stalker, like, I don't know, that it feels like a comfort thing. And again...
Oh, this ward sees them coming in completely.
Oh, and there it is. They find this freaking disruptor caught yet again, trying to get his way out of there. Not going to happen. Yang, nowhere left to go, is going to get ran down. BKB popped to try and run away.
He still has a bug on him, too.
Yeah, that
like,
hurts.
Please help. All right, well, Roche is respawning in a second here. So that is something for Team Spirit to do that doesn't really risk a whole lot. And, well, I guess perhaps that'll be the one moment where Elephant can find something.
Radiant are
Because
their hope.
they've now spent 2 games searching for a purpose.
I think it's these types of games are really interesting. Where it's like, you know,
These are the ones you find interesting?
yeah, definitely. Like, cause like, all right. So hear me out. The reason that I think that is because it tells me that, you know, I mean, Elephant is a really good team. You look at those matches that they had yesterday; they looked incredibly strong. And this time it felt like they came in and underestimated Team Spirit. Team Spirit came in, absolutely slayed. They played with their Mars, and then Elephant didn't have an answer for it, but they still felt like they had to ban Io and Tiny. And then they're like, okay, well, that means we have to take the Mars. And Team Spirit know how to play against it. And it's sort of a... It's interesting when, like, a game can sort of revolve entirely just around this one hero.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But regardless, as the smoke breaks on Toronto-Tokyo's Sleight of Fisting, Team Spirit definitely looking like they got the better end of it here with Team Elephant.
I just questioned what they wanted of this Doom.
Yeah.
Feels like they just went the complete wrong way. I feel like Team Spirit had a better idea what their draft needed than they did. Their bans.
It was tough. Yeah. Inside their heads. So 24-9. Neither game has looked particularly close in Team Spirit. The biggest thing to me about this is that it's saying I am favoring this team going forward in the group stages if it looks like they have a good matchup, right? Because they're not like, this is very clean Dota from them.
Yeah, there is a potential here for sure. Because, like, there's Doom. So, number one, Doom can often erase some heroes. Like, Ember is a very, good example. Because, like, when he's doomed, he doesn't do anything. So, once all Doom, that's 16K down the drain. That hero just doesn't exist. Now you have a net worth lead. You have a refresher. That's 2 heroes now just gone. All right, so you have some opportunity in these team fights where you should theoretically be in the driver's seat, but they're not able to actually get the finish on this Ember when they get the Doom off. And, they're still pretty far behind as it stands.
Bugs go out. Eris backs away. And Ember, Toronto-Tokyo just walks in, and there's the root. Oh, man. The jump through, spear not going to connect. The disarm, collapse right on top of one. Toronto-Tokyo looking for more action. Can he find it? They find themselves the Dusa silenced, done, dusted, and dead. As Yang is going to get chased back into the fountain, also ends up falling. And now the jump
the
forward
bash.
finds the bash, standing on him. Going to give him the pause as they're in their base. A little bit of lag, going on. Oh, man.
Have no fear. They wouldn't do that on purpose.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oof.
That bash was sick, though.
It was a good one.
Yeah, that was just what they needed, right? Just in case they weren't winning hard enough. Oh, no,
God,
he
one
gets
more
slated.
sleight of fist, because why
And
not?
he actually got the root
Dude.
on the buyback
Team
Mars,
Spirit.
so he couldn't get the Yules on him.
That's insane. Oh, wow. Elephant, when it rains, it pours. The games have been tough today They started the series and they were in the upper bracket. Now dropping down 0-2 throughout the day. Oh God, Somnus gets brought down to half HP, forced to pop the BKB as they're running away. And Team Spirit, they're not looking back. They're trying to close this one out here as they take down another tier 3 tower into a Rax. Easy as pie.
I'm trying to think of like mistakes in these 2 games from Team Spirit, but
They haven't made any.
they like seriously, the game's been so good. Every trade feels beneficial in their favor. They obviously just like very clearly directing where the game's gonna go every single time. All right.
Well,
Zoom onto his fence.
oh, and the blast drake takes him off. Jump forward, no BKB available. Yang trying to hang on to anybody, gets bashed by Collapse. GG is going to be called. Team Spirit come in after an 0-4 day and are now finishing this one off 4-0 throughout this second day of groups. What a turnaround. I feel like that's a Maposhka thing, right? Like revitalizing the team and trying to get them back on a solid ground.
Well, I hope that Elephant can find someone similar because they need to figure it out.
I'm worried. ROTK might be yelling at him. Oh, got to check in on those boys. That's a little bit scary there, isn't that? I don't know. Whew.
They looked completely lost. I don't know if that maybe losing to Vici feels really bad because that's like a matchup that perhaps like you feel familiar with them,
right?
And maybe you like. Is there a chance you overpret versus Vici because of like the interregional competition and like you really want to get that win because of like they're like your rivals in your own region and this was sort of an afterthought? I don't know. Maybe you're so demoralized after losing to someone from your regions like that with the 2-0 that you come into this, but whatever that was, that did not look like my expectations for Elephant.
No.
You know, not to take anything away from Spirit.
No, not at all.
I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like, you know, oh, I played so bad that game. It's like, do you ever think that maybe I made you play bad?
Right,
all right?
exactly.
That's basically what that was. I mean, so, well done, Team Spirit.
And I think that that's something else to sort of keep in mind here is that, like, Team Spirit kind of forced them into playing a game that Elephant didn't want to. And whatever ended up happening, still a lot of questions to be answered. And, I mean, this is where we are. This is TI. This is the time when it all matters.
There's no time to answer questions.
No, you gotta go play the next game.
You gotta figure something out and win a game. So
yeah. Well, rough
good luck
stuff.
to them.
We'll see what ends up happening, but more Dota to come across all 4 of these streams. And with that, I think we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll see you on the other side.